bad publishers, bad practices, bad games, and good advice. Cutting words. A while back, I made a video called I Can't Recommend Team Fortress 2 Anymore. Since then, very little has changed. TF2 has continued to receive almost no substantial support or even direct communication from the Valve team beyond holiday cosmetics. No maps, modes, weapons, or anything more significant than being able to play dress-up. Nothing to change the current playstyles or tactics. They're not even implementing already finished work from the community like maps that are already being featured in the professional Team Fortress 2 scene, which I'd like to remind people has almost nothing to do with the built-in competitive mode featured on the main menu. Now, while I could harp on that for a while more, I've essentially already made that video. No, today I'm switching gears. I'm taking a step back and trying to think of a way that this could be turned around and end up beneficial to Valve and gaming as a whole. So I thought to myself, when was the last time I remember feeling saddened about no updates coming to Team Fortress 2? And then a thought came to me. Team Fortress 2 should be ported to modern consoles. But for those that remember, Team Fortress 2 technically was already on consoles. I started thinking back to the last console generation for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 years. Believe it or not, I started playing Team Fortress 2 on the PlayStation 3, then moved onto the Xbox 360, and finally made the transition to PC somewhere around 2009, where I've resided ever since. Now, I stuck around on the console version for almost 2 years. PlayStation 3 was my first experience anywhere for online multiplayer, but all my friends played on Xbox, so I switched. During my 360 period, I got occasional news and updates that the PC version was receiving substantive new content. The Pyro Air Blast, alternate weapons, new maps and modes like Payload, which I remind people didn't come with the original Team Fortress 2. But in spite of Valve's promises and statements, the console versions were never updated other than some basic patches and exploit fixing. So off to the PC I went. Now for those that may preemptively argue that there is no market for Team Fortress 2 on consoles, I'm going to show you something. This is Team Fortress 2 version 1.1 on the PlayStation 3, captured today. There are still people playing this. Now, I will be 100% honest. I started playing, switched to demo, and started laughing hysterically at the ammo capacities.
Are you serious? This is terrible for spam!
Being used to my own playstyles and the precision of a mouse and keyboard, I had difficulty starting up again. But the fact remained. This is still technically TF2. This is Team Fortress 2 lacking any major updates on a console that is no longer being manufactured for a game combo package released in 2007. The internet is having active discussions on the upcoming PlayStation 5. I'll remind people that the PlayStation 4 has no meaningfully built-in backwards compatibility. And there are still players that are active on the PlayStation 3 version. Now tell me again with absolute certainty that there is no market for Team Fortress 2 on current consoles. Valve eventually cited that no console updates ever came because of the stranglehold that console makers wanted that would prevent any means of patching in a reasonable time frame. However, I think it's safe to say that modern games and platforms aren't that restrictive. With consoles receiving numerous live service games like PUBG, Apex Legends, Fortnite, and Fallout 76. Don't worry, I know that last one is crap. I think it's fair to say Valve would be able to patch and update in a more acceptable time frame. I cited Fallout 76 because I followed various news cycles and there have been multiple breakages that they had to patch within a 48-hour period, proving to a degree it can be done. What's more, if TF2 was brought to modern consoles, then it wouldn't necessarily be there in isolation. Another thing that was basically inconceivable in 2007 was cross-platform play. Many modern games have cross-platform options, like Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox, and PC. They can all share experiences, profiles, and inventories for games such as Rocket League, Fortnite, and Minecraft. So why not Team Fortress 2? Why can't Valve re-establish TF2 on consoles as a free-to-play game in its own package? The PlayStation 3 got limited Steam integration with Portal 2 when it came out in 2011. So how unfeasible would it be for modern consoles that are attempting to be more PC-like with their software and app support? Lastly, TF2 is having a problem of exposure, and while it may be slow, if we fail to keep getting updates, the player base will bleed off. But a player base across all platforms will be incredibly expansive and far more difficult to kill, if done correctly. Plus, I said that less frequent updates initially being a preventative measure to Valve wanting wanting to continue console support may mean that now that Team Fortress 2 has slowed so significantly that even if consoles aren't that much more easy to update than they once were, it still means that if Team Fortress 2 can be easily ported, so long as the base package is stable, they don't need to worry. And every argument I've made so far isn't just for Team Fortress 2 though. Counter-Strike Go is also still active on Xbox, so that audience also exists. Plus, what about Artifact? What about Dota? What about Underlords? If Valve wants to only exclusively develop for PC, then that's fine. They are ultimately in control and have the license to not port their stuff to whatever they choose. But I think they're being silly in not trying to expand to other platforms with games that have already proven successful. Maybe not so much Artifact. Am I alone in this? Now, before anyone tries it, don't be stupid and start making those narcissistic PC gaming master race versus console scrub jabs. Gaming is gaming, and cross-platform is diminishing a lot of the arbitrary categories that people seem irrationally obligated to shoehorn each other into for little more than the sake of petty conflict. If you want console ports of Valve's modern titles, then let's have a discussion. Then again, I am but one lowly voice on YouTube. But if this idea takes off, who knows? Maybe someday we'll get the attention of Valve and they'll take up on this advice. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I tweeted that I was astounded that the PS3 version was still active, and found a surprising amount of support and fans for that version. Special thanks to all of them for the attention, support, and essentially getting me to kick my own ass into getting this video out in a timely manner. If anyone liked this, then please subscribe for me and let me know where you think I could improve. And as always, thanks for watching, and God bless all of ya.